my good friend. I'm calling Monday from the intuitive channel, and I'm back. Energy update, July 23. We're entering the second half of this year. How are you doing? For me, it's charged since some time. At the moment, I have the feeling I run behind. The time is so accelerating, as I feel. And for me, a lot of things are coming up at the moment. Because my parents are not very well, and I go to Germany to see them in the midst of July. And maybe they both have their birthdays in July and beginning of August. So maybe these are my last birthdays with them. There's a lot of saying goodbye for me. Saying goodbye also to the version of parents I wish to have, even when they are still here and physical around. So just really letting go, and this is one of the reasons I go to Germany, to see them, to disappoint myself in a way, and to match the image the little child in me still has of this perfect mother, perfect father, with the human beings they are actually in reality, and to integrate and to embrace even this gap, and to embrace them as they are, embrace my little one who wants it different, be with her, and close this chapter before they pass and go into another realm and leave this physical reality, realm, dimension, however you will call it. So this is what my summer will be. And I'm here in France, and the summer has started. It is really becoming hot. I don't know if you can hear the crickets singing in the background. This is always for me a sign. When they come out, then it's hot here, and it is hot. After a period when we had warm water in all the mornings and really heavy thunderstorms in the afternoon without rain, what was needed, and this is already very dry here. And we already have restrictions of using water from swimming pool and things like that. So this was really welcome, and for the moment the nature is blooming. It soaked in all this water, and now it's just hot and dry and hot. So I hope we will have some rain still. We will see. So, and now I will go into the energy of this upcoming month. So I will post the video on July 1st, the first day of the new month. And I was really surprised. First of all, I had no vision, and I started to write because the information were coming in fluid and quickly and intense. And then I started to paint, and I saw a kind of not a spiral, more like a wave in orange. That was the first image I had, and I started to paint that. And then I was really surprised what came out. I will show you the painting. So, and it is here. And you see, I started with this spiral, and it kind of explodes in my feeling, really. An explosion of color and movement. What gave me the next insight of an intensity, and I thought it was interested where to place it. So we had June here, and then July there, and I have the feeling that August will be placed here, so really apart. And then for the last 4 months, it's like filling in gaps, but maybe this will change. I will see when I paint for August. So, and what I would put together from the information I received is that a topic of July is really embracing the power of our emotions and seeing the power in them. So I can tell for myself, I was long time really afraid to go into emotions, and it was more mostly an uncomfortable experience. And what I spared myself negative emotions until they had accumulated and they burst out. But I spared myself also the positive ones. So, and it's interesting that I use negative and positive because in my reading I write about putting these labels at the side. So emotions are a big topic in July, as also coming in balance, seeing that all is valuable, what we feel, what we experience, that the light is here and balances out our shadows, and the shadows are showing the gifts as well. So, and light is shining into the shadows, and to see the light, we need darkness to embrace as well and appreciate the complementary is also the balance of all what is and embracing and being and staying in our physical bodies. This is the topic of this year, as most of us are really evolved in the spiritual realms and in this openness to the universe, and now to be dropping this wisdom, these gifts, these knowing into our bodies and really becoming friends with our bodies. I'll talk about that. But after reading, and I will read you the information now I received. So enjoy. July 2023. Embracing the power of our emotions. We enter the 7th month of 2023. The second fast begins. The solstice right behind me, its energy still feeling. In the northern hemisphere, the days will slowly becoming shorter, while the summer is unfolding. In the southern hemisphere, the days will become now slowly longer, and winter is unfolding. See these two parts of our earth and how the seasons are unfolding, always complementing each other in perfect balance. So we are, as human beings, each one a universe in itself. What we see here in the world is taking place in us as well. Light and the dark, the warmth and the cold, contrast and complement. What started in May and went on in June will go on in July. The intense energies are inviting us to come in balance inside. To love the dark and the shadow parts in us as much as the light and bright ones. To see all what is happening inside us and around us as experiences, without judgment or putting them in categories like positive versus negative, hard versus easy, good versus bad. For sure, we experience challenging pain, grief, anger, frustration, and fear. But who says that this is negative? I don't want to paint these feelings in pink. I just say they are feelings, emotions. Our mind wants us to categorize. It likes to put all what we experience in labeled boxes. The mind is safe when it stays in what it knows. Our minds are still limited for this moment of time, and it likes to stay in its limit. Everything what is mind-blowing creates fear in our mind. It doesn't like that. I come back to the feelings of pain, grief, sadness, anger, frustration, and fear. These are just feelings. There's nothing wrong with having these feelings when they are showing up, when we are triggered through experiences in our lives. They are parts of us, like summer and winter are parts of the seasons on our earth. I personally prefer summer, the warm weather, and I wouldn't be able to appreciate them as I do if I wouldn't know winter and the cold season as well. And also in the cold season are aspects that I appreciate. The July energy is inviting us to welcome all that is, all that's coming up in and for us with open arms and open hearts. When an important relationship ends, go through the pain, the grief, welcome the I want it different. Let all arise and be alive with what is going on in you. The pure emotion lasts 1 minute 30 and you fully allow it. Then it's processed. Then you can move on. Like a toddler who is not already traumatized. That is our true nature as adults as well. Cry when you are sad. Let the anger cook up in you when you are angry. Let it flow through your system and feel power in it. Take your inner child by the hand when you feel fear. Let all this be alive in you. Let yourself feel alive. Our emotions are not our enemies. Yes, we have learned to suppress them. For most of us, they were not allowed and not wanted and triggered our caregivers who have learned as children their emotions were not allowed when we were children. And over now, grown-ups, we are our own caregivers. We can allow ourselves to feel fullest. No need any longer to suppress our feelings, our aliveness, to store them, to ignore them, to freeze, fight, or flee. For sure, you're allowed to fly now. You are creating your own condition. You take care of it. You are free to feel and to express whatever is going on in you. I painted and I'm surprised by the explosion and power of the colors. I had no vision when I started painting. There's a lot going on in July. It feels intense. Most of the time of July we are in Cancer season. A water sign, emotional and highly sensitive, with great mother qualities. Is also very explosive when it stores too much. Be prepared for your emotions coming up. There's also a lot of emotions in the collective and your direct environment. While the energies and time seem to accelerate on one hand, we have some important planets staying retrograde. That might bring up feelings of time and or events slowing down and of being sent back in our path. Pluto stations retrograde since May 1st, Saturn since June 17th, Neptune on June 13th, and Venus and Chiron will both station retrograde on July 23rd, right with the beginning of the new season. These last two will bring up topics around relationships, value versus self, and our deepest retrospective where we are lacking of self-love. For our best, embrace the next layer. You might feel like being in a pressure cooker. So much is coming up simultaneously. And yes, we are all in kind of a pressure cooker, under pressure. What brings me to the image of the diamond that was a piece of charcoal that transforms into a diamond under pressure. And already the charcoal had the information in it to become a diamond. We are bombarded with sun flares, high Schumann resonance energies, and highly charged new energies coming in. All of these are changing the cell structure of our bodies. The energies help us to let go of old energies and cell informations that we are no longer aligned with. It is important to stay in our physical bodies to let this process happen. To pamper it, to move it, to rest, to hydrate, to connect with nature, to breathe deeply, and to feel. When we don't want to feel, we often leave our bodies. We go up in higher realms where we feel safe and as if all is well. And then we miss to live our lives. We miss the opportunity to release what no longer serves us and to receive what serves us instead. There is no healing without feeling. You also can't manifest on earth when you're not here on earth and in your body. Listen how she speaks to you, how she tells you what she needs. Listen and feel. The excitement as well to be here now in these gorgeous and unique times of deep transformation on earth. We all decided to be here and now and to participate and take part in this. We all knew that this life will be not the easiest and at the same time the most abundant and most alive since eons. So dive into your human nature, your physical power, and the beauty of your very unique body. Enjoy being human, being alive, feeling it all and being you. And then create. Create the life you want to live. Co-create the world you want to live in. What if you had enough money to do whatever you want? What would you do? Make a list. No limits, all is possible. Write this list now in July. Then put it aside for 4 or 5 days or a week. Read it after these days have passed, loud out to yourself. Add things or change or erase, whatever. And have a look. What of these things you can start immediately? For sure, there will be a lot that you can't do for this moment of time because it's too expensive. And I'm sure there are things on the list you can already initiate without being a billionaire. Do you wish to live in a beautiful house in the countryside, in nature? And your reality is a noisy apartment in the city? You don't have the money now to buy or rent this house of your dreams. Buy a notebook. Start to describe that house. Build it in your fantasy. Build it on paper. Prepare yourself for the day, the money or location or whatever is there. Prepare the universe to deliver you what you wish for in describing this project as detailed and significantly as possible. How many rooms? What style? In the forest and the mountains, at the seaside? Which country? Are there neighbors? Animals? Create this house of your dreams as if it already exists. The universe can support you only when it knows what you are wishing for. You can make the same exercise with a job you wish for, or a relationship, or whatever. Write it down as if it already exists in your life. Just add, remove, or what might change in you. And have a look. Can you do already steps to materialize it? Play with it, have fun. Truth provides us with very creative, turbulent, liberating, is also joyful energies. Let yourself be carried by these energies and take care of yourself, your body and your energy. Nurture yourself on all levels. Create beauty and grace out of duality and pain. We carry all this in us. We are light beings, knowing so very well also darkness and shadow. There's so much beauty in us. There's even beauty in crying and releasing energies. You're here to live fully. You're here to laugh and be loved. You're here to enjoy your human. You're here to be you. You're here to be nothing to do. Welcome to the second half. Enjoy. These were the information I received before and while painting, and in this process of connecting with what comes up as I receive it for July. And it's interesting as I'm surrounded in the meantime also here in the physical realm, but in my friendships all over the world with people who are channeling, and even when they're often similarities in the informations we receive, I love so much that every personality has special aspects with which we come in contact or we receive. So this is an abundance for me as well. That means that not every reading will resonate for you, or also in this reading will be aspects that are resonating, others not so much. Just as ever, take what's resonating for you and leave the rest. And for me, it's so interesting that our emotions and the bodies are a big focus again in July. So I think this is really, we are preparing, and in December with the next solstice, we will have a big change of energy, and at that moment of time, it is so important to be stable in our bodies, and we will have energies coming in that are more intense than these energies we already feel. Very intense, and for me, I'm often tired at the moment. It's also because of what's going on in me, and I'm not always able to release everything instantly. I have still blocks, and I work through that step by step. I'm a human being, as you also. And for me, it's interesting that I started in May this program, this really sport coaching, working with my body on a level I never have done in this lifetime. So I really do sit-ups and things like that I never have done. So I was always more the swimmer and the dancer, and I do this parallel, but I feel the muscles building up in my body, something really new. And I just work for that. I feel that as well. It's not always fun. I'm not really a person who has this wish to go over the limits. And as I have a coach, I have to go make it harder and more. And so I think alone I would have abandoned already. And for sure, it's a pleasure to see my body transforming, not only to lose fat and really I started this at the beginning of May. It's so 1.5 months to come back to that moment in May when I started these exercises, and I was just this is not for me. I felt so weak, and in the meantime, I do things I really capable of, and also to get a confirmation. I got a reading in March, and I asked for what is what's about my body? And the answer, I think I repeated here, was you can have the body you wished for. What was mind blowing. My mind was saying, no, you have a predisposition from your parents, and you have a predisposition, you're a weak person, you were never informed, so just forget that. And then it was really working. I understood my mind because my mind doesn't know anything else. And there was this resonance in my body that I really can change things I never thought I can change. And I'm not yet there where I have this vision of my final body. And it is not any longer so important to be already there, as I appreciate what is really going on, what I see, and it is me sculpting myself in a way, and me experiencing myself as going on sculpting and following the diet, and feeling that also about my eating habits. I was always not a binge eater, that often eating too much, then being afraid, in this fear that I could gain weight, feeling I didn't want to have, eating again. So this cycle, I think a lot of, especially women now, that cycle, and I was really in that. And now I have this plan of getting 5 meals per day, what is really so much. I make this experience, I eat a lot and I don't gain weight. I don't become bigger. I don't store fat. And this is really amazing. This is something I never could have imagined that it was possible. It's a game changer. But I will not talk so much longer. I have a lot of things to do still today, every day at the moment. I've got the feeling I have so much to do. I'm open for sessions. If you would like to get support, contact me. I have this modality, what is a mix of energy work and channeled information, what is really powerful. So if you have blocks around your body, feeling emotion, letting go, money issues. I work with some people with money issues, what I found really interesting, because this is a lot on the head. Is often a family history as well connected with that still, and this strong belief we are not allowed to have a better life than our parents. I know that very well myself, and it is possible to go there. I wish you all the best, and really just I repeat that, listen to your body, listen to this physical powers of yours. What does it need? Does it need to rest? Drink a lot, connect with nature. These are really helpful tools in these intense energies. Clean your energy regularly. Go to water. Water will help you, especially in July. This is Cancer, water sign energy. And connect with your heart. Go again and again. When there's too much here in the mind and this is driving you crazy, and say, okay, I let you talk. I know you will protect me, and then drop into your heart, drop into your body, breathe, feel the earth under your feet or where you're sitting, your sit bones. Connect with this visible, this haptical part of the human experience. I send you tons of love, and I wish you the best. I wish you to enjoy whatever you do.